Can you imagine a conflict so deep-rooted that it has spanned generations and centuries? Let's journey back to the 20th century, where the seeds of the Israel-Palestine conflict were sown. A complex web of territorial disputes, wars, and intifadas has fueled this conflict, making it one of the oldest and ongoing confrontations in the world. Fast forward to October 7th, 2023, an escalation in this age-old conflict was triggered by protests over the eviction of Palestinian families in the Sheikh Jarrah neighborhood and the storming of the Al-Aqsa Mosque by Israeli police. The situation grew dire, with Hamas launching rockets into Israel and Israel retaliating with airstrikes. The cost? Around 1,400 Israeli lives lost and approximately 2,700 Palestinians killed. Jerusalem, a city of immense religious significance to Judaism, Christianity and Islam, finds itself at the heart of this conflict. The city's sacred grounds have become a battleground, echoing the cries of innocents caught in the crossfire. A city so sacred to three religions, embroiled in a conflict that seems to have no end. What has been the cost? Have you heard the news? The conflict has recently taken a turn for the worse. The situation escalated on October 7th, 2023, when the militant group Hamas launched a barrage of rockets from Gaza into Israel. This unexpected attack resulted in a tragic loss of approximately 1,400 Israeli lives. In response to this assault, Israel retaliated with a series of airstrikes and declared war on Hamas. The fallout of their retaliation was severe. By October 15th, an estimated 2,700 Palestinians had been killed, and an astonishing 1 million individuals were internally displaced. But the devastation did not stop there. Israel decided to cut off essential supplies to Gaza, a move that has precipitated a severe humanitarian crisis. The people of Gaza, already living in challenging conditions, now face an even more dire situation. Basic necessities like food, water and medical supplies are in alarmingly short supply, and the infrastructure needed to deliver these essentials has been severely compromised. Meanwhile, the conflict has not been contained solely between Israel and Hamas. There has also been an exchange of fire between Israel and Hezbollah, adding another layer of complexity and danger to an already volatile situation. The recent violence was sparked by protests over the eviction of Palestinian families in Sheikh Jarrah and the storming of the Al-Aqsa Mosque by Israeli police. Jerusalem, a city of immense religious significance to Judaism, Christianity and Islam, is a tinderbox where even the smallest spark can ignite a conflagration. As the world watches, the toll on human life and dignity continues to rise. But what is the world's reaction? How does the world view this conflict? And how has it changed over time? Let's delve into this, shall we? The Israel-Palestine conflict has always been a complex issue, inciting a range of global perspectives. But over time, these perspectives have been shifting, particularly among the Americans. The recent Gallup poll findings revealed a fascinating shift in sympathy for Palestinians among US adults, reaching an all-time high of 31%. This indicates a significant change in American perceptions, reflecting a broader global shift. However, the issue is not just black and white, and it's not just about who is right or wrong. The complexity of the conflict is also mirrored in the increasing polarization between Republicans and Democrats. With Republicans maintaining staunch support for Israel, sympathy for Palestinians among political independents is at a new high of 32%. But the most significant shift is seen among Democrats. Nearly half of them, 49% to be precise, sympathize with Palestinians, compared to 38% sympathizing with Israelis. This is a marked shift from the past, when a majority of Democrats sympathized more with Israel. This shift in American perceptions, and by extension the global perspective, is significant. It shows that the world is watching, and the narrative of the conflict is changing. It also suggests that the changes in democratic opinions may eventually impact policy, which could, in turn, have a significant impact on the future of the conflict. While the world's view shifts, the conflict continues. But what are the potential solutions? Is there a solution to this conflict? Can peace ever be achieved? The answer is far from simple. Many have proposed solutions like the two-state solution, envisioning Israel and Palestine as separate sovereign nations. But the road to this outcome is fraught with obstacles. The borders, the status of Jerusalem, the rights of refugees, these are all sticking points that have stymied past negotiations. Others propose a one-state solution where Israelis and Palestinians share a single democratic state. But this too has its challenges. How do we ensure equal rights and representation for all in a land so deeply scarred by conflict? And let's not forget the international actors. The United States, the European Union, the United Nations, they all have roles to play in mediating this conflict. Their influence can be a force for good, nudging the parties towards compromise. But their involvement is not without controversy. Some accuse them of bias, of exacerbating the conflict rather than helping to resolve it. So the path to peace is fraught with difficulty. But let's not lose hope. History has shown us that even the most entrenched conflicts can find resolution. It requires courage, compromise, and above all, a deep and abiding desire for peace. The Israel-Palestine conflict is a complex and multifaceted issue, and it will take concerted global effort and empathy to find a path to peace.